What's up guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to go ahead and go over Anthem and the new patch that just released. The new Sunken Stronghold came out and it's actually pretty good. I can't wait to share all the details about all the different changes. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Sons of the Abyss Gaming. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about Anthem. To start off, this is patch 1.10. It's already out. You can go play it right now, which of course I recommend to do if you're interested in the game, because the Sunken Stronghold is worth playing. That's the biggest part of the update. We're going to talk about that in a moment. First, I want to go ahead and touch on some of the changes that they made to the game. They have made it possible to select a contract or a mission straight from that expedition menu. This is so good. This is going to help relieve a lot of that frustration from having to go back to a contract board just to pick up that contract. But most exciting of all, they have made it to where you can actually open up the Forge now at any time. It doesn't matter, you can be in a mission, you can be in a stronghold, just pull up your menu and go over to Forge and you can go ahead and mess around with your build just in case your current build isn't working for that specific battle. This is awesome. This makes it to where we can actually change as we go and experiment. This is going to add a little bit more fun to the gameplay overall. Now they've also added tutorials in the form of Cortex entries to explain the combo system a bit better. Well, to explain the combo system period, because that was kind of missing from the game. This should have been there to begin with, but at least we're getting it now. Now we also got some new Masterwork components, some new improvements in the form of buffs for Masterwork weapons as well as other gear pieces. And there's some updates for the javelins themselves as well. Now there's a lot more changes regarding balancing, bug fixes, changes to the combo system, but I'm not going to sit here and bore you by going over every detail, and I only got a limited time to get this video out. But I'll go ahead and link the patch notes in the description below if you're interested. Now before we get to the new Stronghold, I kind of want to touch on the concerns of the delayed roadmap. As you probably know, BioWare put out a roadmap, but they have pushed a lot of the content we're actually supposed to get this month back until who knows when. We were supposed to have the Mastery System, Phase 2 of the Legendary Missions, and best of all, the Guild System, at least in my opinion, and a Leaderboard too. Now sadly, this wasn't the case, and I don't believe we're going to get it this month. This does make me wonder how exactly they're going to change around the roadmap, and it really does make me worried. Now I love the feel of the gameplay in Anthem. You guys know this because of my previous videos, but it has so many issues and the problems keep coming. They won't stop. I am one of the few who are actually holding out hope for the game, but as of now, sadly I can no longer recommend this not in good conscience to my viewers. And I advise you, if you're interested, you should wait a bit to see how the game deals with the changes coming. Now, as I say this, honestly, the game has 30-35 hours of story content. Given what else you do in the game, how long you spend in other areas. It could be 20 hours too. It just varies from person to person, but it has the content there. It has the interesting javelin system. It has the interesting abilities. It has that fun flying around mechanic. It has a incredible visually stunning world. So I do recommend this game for casual gamers, but if you're a looter shooter fan, no, you don't want to pick this game up if you haven't already, which if you're a looter shooter fan, you most likely already bought this game. But it's just not at the point where it's going to be a good looter shooter where you can sink a couple hundred hours in. No, it will be there at one point, but I'm ranting on at this point. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and move on. I still back my opinions on the devs caring about the game. Even though they have been a little silent lately, I just kind of think they're taking a Hello Games-like approach where they try to focus on nothing but fixing and adding stuff to the game, which is exactly 100% what they need to do. This is great. They're actually showing proof of this by putting up an article asking for different people to come in and apply for different roles such as loot system manager and just things like that, which this really reassures me that they're actually trying to focus on fixing the game. This is the right step to take in my opinion. So this game might actually turn out saved. We'll have to see though. Now this video will be a short one, but before we go, we are gonna have to talk about the new Stronghold, the Sunken. When I first tried to get into the Sunken, my game crashed, so I wasn't expecting too much, but to my surprise, I actually enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, it has its issues, but overall, I'm happy with it. Now you can only enter the Stronghold if you've completed the story and leveled up to 30, but honestly, I think this may be my favorite Stronghold yet. Just like the name entails, the Sunken is a underwater themed dungeon with a giant conduit in the middle that can create a catalysm, which are those big storms the game is all about. It's your job to fly through this conduit, making your way to the top while wiping out mobs and mobs of enemies. Now throughout this stronghold, you actually have to solve multiple puzzles, all of which are new. Besides a few bugs, these puzzles are actually very well done. But once you do it a couple times, it's simple to figure out, but it actually gives somewhat of a decent challenge. It's definitely a group effort though. If your group doesn't know what they're doing, you're going to have a little bit of a hard time. Now there's one thing I noticed. There are no new enemies. We fight the same insects, the same elementals, the same brutes, the same soldiers. Even the boss is a rehash of the Fury enemy. He's just simply transformed by the Cataclysm. Now I'm complaining about the boss, but to be honest, I like him. I like the fight altogether. He brings some new mechanics with him, as well as a evolved look. I do like the look they give him. He doesn't look exactly like the Fury or close. He kind of looks mutated, which is the whole point. Now I played this on Grandmaster 2, and I was surprised of how much I liked the battle altogether. He was actually challenging. To a certain degree, I'm geared up, so it was easier than it should have been. But the best part of this, which kind of makes this my favorite stronghold, is the boss arena. This place is cool. You're just surrounded by walls of water. It just look like waves coming at you, but they're paused in time. It looks really cool. I really appreciate this, and it makes sense since the conduit we talked about actually reverses gravity. That's how you create a cataclysm, is by reversing gravity, and when you do that, the water goes in reverse. So that's the whole point. While you're going through this entire stronghold, while you're flying up the conduit, you see the water rising up. You're actually swimming up. You're not even flying up. You're swimming up, really. It's really well done, and I can appreciate it. I do like it. Overall, with all the new balance changes, which I did happen to notice when I played the game, and it did feel better when I was playing as my Ranger Javelin, the new visually stunning stronghold, and the many other changes including the forge changes, altogether these make for a decent update. But is it enough to bring all the players back? Honestly, I don't think it will be. Maybe it'll bring some players back for sure, yeah, including myself, but not nearly enough. Now I'm not going to be posting any more videos on Anthem as of this week anyways. It can always change. Now understandably, with this roadmap being pushed back, people are going to be pissed off. It's going to bring a lot of negativity to this game, but I'm not giving up on you, Anthem. I'll move on to other titles until the devs bring more to the game, but I will be back, especially if there's any news about the other updates. So if you're interested, stay tuned. But on that note, I'll be posting a video Thursday going over Jedi Fallen Order and just talking about all the details, some of which you're probably unaware of, and I see a lot of people not talking about certain things, which I'm going to put in the video, so look out for that one. Trust me, it's going to be a good one. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Panda. I got broads in Atlanta, just to lean the family, credit cards and the scammers.